Here is the inside of the brake splitter. First time it's been opened probably ever in since it was new. As you can see, it has a really nice little gasket in here, but there's still dirt. See that really fine dirt crap in there? This stuff finds its way into just about everything. See that? Now this can be adjusted or taken apart in a couple of ways, depending on how the brakes are built. What we have here is we have tension on this side, tension on this side. We have a fulcrum right here. When this is pulled here, this whole unit comes forward and pulls the brakes levers with it. Okay, this pulls forward, and it's slowly moving this, which it shouldn't be doing, but it's doing. If you want to take this apart, it's very simple. This right here is not bolted down or anything. It's just put on this shaft. All you need to do is go back to each brake in the back here. You want to take this off, right here, this nut off. Just screw it off. What'll happen is there's a little tiny round nut in there that'll fall off, and maybe this spring, which is no problem. Okay, then the cable will be free to go through there. Same with this side. Now, then what you'll have is you won't have any tension on this piece right here. You can lift the whole thing up out of there and take off each cable from each side if you want to do that, if you need to do that. When I go to put this back on, I'm going to, excuse me, just having a senior moment. Damn coffee. I'm going to put a little bit of sealant in here, and I don't know how it got dirt in there. Doesn't make any sense, but it did a little bit. And then we put this back on right here. See, and we can take a look. This is why Honda is so famous. Okay, these screws are grade A, and they're chrome. All right, this is why you pay an extra $1,000 for a Honda, because they don't skimp on any of the parts. On other motorcycles, they don't spend $2 or $3 million to figure out how well this is going to work, either in Antarctica or in Australia or in the wild Yukon backwoods at 50 degrees below zero. It works in all places because of the research Honda has put into their bikes. Now, I don't know about the big bikes, but these little ones are very simple. That's why I don't need a manual for them. And they're guaranteed to never let you down if you keep them in good shape. But this motor here, I can bet you, has $5-6 million worth of research done into every little strengthening spar, into the carburetors, into the air cleaners, everything. So you can go buy cheap, but remember, cheap is weak. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is how to change the air cleaner. Now, this is very important as far as it only has a little tiny air cleaner. It only has a little way for air to get in there. If you're on a dirt road or you're sucking up dust or whatever, it can get pretty full pretty fast. And the air cleaner is a foam air cleaner, which it's good for. It's easy to clean, but it gets a little clogged faster. And that was the way that I bought this. Is you saw all the dust in the bike. Not really that much dust, but dust had gone in this intake right here. This intake is up this high so that water cannot get in there and be sucked into the engine. That's why they put it here. It had dust in there. It had dust all over the pad. No dust in the engine. But what happened is the fine dust clogged the air cleaner and it wouldn't run right because it was strangling itself. So the guy took it down to the Honda shop, and I got it for $500 with 1,000 miles on it. But remember, it'd been sitting there for a year. Nobody wanted it because in America, I don't know if you're not in America, but if you buy a moped in America, you're basically a homo. Because bigger is better. You got to have the 600 FZR or the Hayabusa, which they're great bikes. Everything else. But me, I've got a broken shoulder. I've got one arm that's shorter than the other, and a real big Johnson. And this works out really well for me. So the next up is changing the air filter. How to clean it.